I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Yenny Stromgren. There we go, Stromgren. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The first time I saw your name, I looked at it, I said, okay, this is going to be a tongue twister.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is right because you're thinking strong, you're seeing the end, but it's okay. So,
hmm
Yenny, how are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
Oh, very good. I'm actually located in Australia, in Noosa. So here it is about 10 o'clock. So my day has just started. I just dropped my kids off and I'm ready to go and work. And then I have a bonus in talking to you today. So that's amazing.
That's wonderful. Well, you said Noosa. Please do tell us which of your talents is responsible for us connecting.
Oh, today, I'm not quite sure because we did connect over LinkedIn, but in terms of talent, I think I am a connector. I'm very social, so that might be it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
much everywhere.
Yeah, so who did you learn that skill from? That skill of being social, even in the online space and the offline space.
Yeah, I think when I grew up, I've been heavily influenced from my parents because they're very social, very friendly people, and I think it's a part of that. I think, and also, yeah, I think a big part has been that they have really encouraged me to do my own thing and learn. If I want to get a job, I have to call and do it myself. They're not going to do it for me. So I think that actually have been the biggest part of being that social butterfly and connector with people.
Yeah, it definitely is the thing that helps in networking when you're the person that is outgoing. Isn't that true?
Yeah, that is so true. Yeah, it is.
So, given that, right, there are the challenges that they do sometimes occur. Why would you continue to repeat that skill, nevertheless, Yenny?
Uh, or do you mean in term of repeat? Because it makes me grow.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it makes me grow as a person, and yeah, it's amazing. Like we're here for a reason, and that is to connect with people. And it might be natural for me, but it's something I had to work on as well. Like to get out there and yeah, to chat to people because with connections you grow and you get a better understanding of other people, but also the rest of the world.
Well, tell us, please, about the connections you've gotten via the podcast. So it would be fair, right, to tell us about the podcast. You said you have two podcasts now, actually.
Yeah, I'm actually got a third one in my head, but I think
Wow.
less is more. So yeah, I know. So I got two podcasts, and the first one that actually put me into the podcasting journey because I'm actually a accidental podcaster. I started to interview people to get me out of my a little bit depression a couple of years ago when I separated, and I started to photograph. But on the side, I had my iPhone and I interviewed people, and I thought the interviews were so good. So I thought, what can I do with this? I ended up doing a photography exhibition, but also it started my podcast and my podcast journey. So that started Everyday Light Warriors, which is all about interview people about their self-care hacks and things they've gone through in life to inspire others, to inspire the world pretty much. So and I get a boost every week myself, or every second week now it is. And the second one is I live in a very beautiful place in Noosa, Queensland, Australia, and it's a tourist destination here. And living here, it's a little bit of a challenge sometimes to find work. People come here and they have all this, oh, I was an architect there and now I'm going to be an architect here. And they kind of hit the wall after a couple of months because the reality hits. They love the beach. But yeah, so I interview people about how they manage to reinvent themselves to stay here and what inspired them. And that this small place is more than just a beach, it's a community and that's your family.
Hmm. And that's amazing. That is amazing. Wow, wow,
Yeah,
wow.
and I kind of know a lot of people here now. So I actually talked to a woman the other day. I went to my yoga class and she heard me speak. And of course, I got an accent as well. So it's pretty. And she's like, "Oh, are you Yenny?" And I'm like, "Yeah." "Oh, from Noosa Stories." I'm like, "Yeah." So she
Wow.
recognized my voice. So that was kind of funny.
So how does it make you feel doing that, going being that
Oh,
person?
I do it like what I do now. I am not attached to the outcome or what I'm doing. I'm here to make a difference in people's life and to kind of inspire them through the podcast to see there is other ways in life and to show people that through other people's stories that you can pretty much do whatever you want to, but you kind of need a little bit of a nudge and a push. So that makes me feel so happy, and that I'm getting out there. It's not based on ego or anything like that. It's more, I don't know. It just it enriches my life.
That's great. Well, there's someone
Yeah,
listening, all right, Danny. There's someone listening that maybe that
exactly.
may
Yeah.
may not actually do what you've done, right? They're probably stuck. Why would you suggest to them that they even think about doing what you've done by really launching out?
Okay, so they probably don't have to start a podcast, but I can help them. I also teach people to do that as well. But I think the first thing you have to do is actually look down and see what you have in your life at the moment and be appreciative of that and start to work on your self-care. And that is through gratitude, and start to see what's around you and start to count your blessings every day, because that's where the work on yourself starts, and then you can start to move on and maybe to see what is my passion and what do I really want to do in my life.
Amazing audience. Well, you heard it here. We're live with Yenny Stromgren. You can
Yeah.
connect with her right via her two podcasts. Again, she has Noosa Stories and Everyday Light Warriors. Well, sorry, I almost called you Noosa. Well,
Oh, that's all right, you can call me.
Yenny, it's cool. So, Yenny, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I saw that you live there. Lucky you guys. Oh, it must be so. You must be smiling a lot.
I am, yeah, even
Yeah,
now, even
I
now.
can hear.
Well, Yenny, please do tell me, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Oh, that is so interesting because I actually ask that for my show sometimes, people for my show. And for me, it is the strongest memory I have is from the summertime in Sweden. My grandpa used to have a summer house and it was so green. It was called Grönbo. In Swedish, the translation is green living. It was kind of a little cute place with a couple of houses, red houses with white corners. And I was around 3 or 4. I could talk, and I was walking around with a tube of caviar. It's the thing that you get from the fish, like the
Right.
that we Swedes eat on crisp bread. It's kind of crazy, I know, but it's called caviar, and I remember that I was walking around saying caviar, 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 and I was very young. But it wasn't what I said. It's actually what I remember is where I was walking. It was green and I could see the lake. And we had a sauna there as well next to the lake. And I just remember that it felt so comfortable and I felt safe.
Wow, that's intriguing. Why do you think this memory is so clear?
I'm not quite sure. I think that's what have formed me into the person I am now. I think, yeah, I think that's why.
Yeah.
And I had a very, very good upbringing, I must say. I had a very good mom and dad and a brother and yeah, the surrounding. So I'm very blessed.
Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Yes.
I love the idea that your speech, your conversation has definitely become the caviar of your life. And it's intriguing that that has now connected you to so many other people as you help others connect to so many other people. So that, my friend, is pretty fascinating.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, maybe thought about that. That yeah, that might be true.
If we fast forward, Yenny, to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Oh, that is also about summer. It wasn't a pop song or anything like that, but there is a Swedish author called Astrid Lindgren, and she's written Pippi Longstocking. But she wrote a song for another kind of a children's book, and it's called Ida's Summer Song. Ida's Sommarvisa. It's I can sing the first one if you want.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, it's about we have to make the summer coming. I'll just do the first one. It's Du ska inte tro det blir sommar ifall inte någon sätter fart på sommaren och gör lite somrigt för då kommer fåglarna snart. So it's like that's kind of a Swedish style folk song.
Great.
So it's all about like, you know, you get the summer in motion to bring in the birds and the beautiful sky, and it's all about that. It's and I still like that song. It's beautiful. It's almost like a lullaby.
Yeah, and that was amazing. Hey, thank you for sharing that. Well, Yenny, we have arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form, so it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Yenny?
Yes, I am. Bring it on.
Yenny, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
I try to do that every day. People I meet.
Are you married?
Not any longer.
Do you have children?
Yes, I have. Two boys.
2 boys. Wow. Congratulations.
Yes.
Do you believe in God?
Yes and no. I think, that's a longer conversation.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes, I have. Very good one.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Oh, yes.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, yeah, yes, about 8 hours.
Okay, all right. After 1,001 conversations in 3 months, I came up with a workbook. We spoke about it before. The name of it is called Yours. It stands for your own unique real self. And the idea is, as you answer questions, you uncover your own unique real statement, which is, quote unquote, your mission statement. If you had to share with us, Yenny, your own unique real statement that represents you, what would you say that is?
Live in your passion.
Love it. Live in your passion. Well, Yenny, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Oh, I would just say that live in your passion. Ask yourself, what is one thing you could do today to start your passion, or what is one thing today that you would think about that you could do, would like to do if you didn't have the money. That's what your passion is, and that's what your purpose is.
Yenny, again, great pleasure. Thank you, my friend.
Oh, I am so honored.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
You are welcome. Yenny Stromgren, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.